broody hen knows how to hatch and mother chicks better than anything we might dream up to replace her. Right? At the hatch, after 3 weeks of setting, she puffs up like a feathery hotel with chicks peeking out from all angles, warming them perfectly. She teaches them to forage in the garden, find the right size of grit, dust bathe, sunbathe, heed the rooster's warnings to take cover from predators, return to the coop to sleep at night, and much more I cannot fathom. There are a few signs that your hen may be broody. Sometimes we can tell a hen is broody when we open a nest box, if she squeals, raises her feathers, and even tries to peck us when we grab the eggs. Hello. Hi. Hi, sweetheart. This is not a broody hen. Beep, beep, beep. Another sign of broodiness is flattening out feathers over the eggs. And if you give them eggs, sometimes they'll happily tuck them underneath themselves. Another sign that your hen may be broody is if she's sitting on the nest box all day and all night. Ever since we incubated our first flock, we've worked with broody hens to raise all of our chicks. Now we can often tell a broody hen before she even starts setting, just by her voice. It's a certain kind of motherly cluck. There are a number of things that a broody hen needs. Safety from predators and from the interference of other hens. She needs water, refilled regularly and secured so as not to fall over. We also like wide bowls with stones put in them to keep the chicks out. She needs dry food. Broodies seem to get put off by fermented feed, so we give chicks starter from the beginning, and that way any crumbs are appropriate for chicks too. Her nest needs to be dry, secure, and accessible. We like to keep lots of cozy soft bedding in there with a layer of wood pellets under the nest of hay. This is the chick house. We built it for broody hens to hatch out their eggs and raise their chicks until they're a little bit bigger. We like ventilation to be up high in our birdhouses to keep breezes off the chickens. 1/2-inch hardware cloth and fence nails work really well. A hinged roof is nice, at a good angle to cast off rain, and a hinged door that doubles as a ramp with a good latch It's our favorite design. On the smaller side is best, with just enough room for a hen and her chicks. Building the chick house on little legs means it's easy for chicks to hide underneath, but also get up the ramp, and it keeps the little house dry. We like to place the chick house in a protected spot not far from our own house, so we can check the broody often. Sometimes a broody hen won't settle down when you move her to the brooding house, but if you can do it, it's better for everyone. If she stays in the coop, sometimes we've found that they've shifted into an entirely different nest box, or another hen has come in and laid in their nest. If we're hatching out eggs from our own flock, we gather them all within as few days as possible. We keep them cool in a box and lightly pencil numbers on each end so we can keep track of which one's which, especially when mixing breeds. This is particularly important if the broody is in a nest box, as we don't want to mix up hatching eggs with breakfast eggs. Right there, that's an Orpington egg, look. My little Orpington just laid it and left. When the hen is settled where she's going to hatch out her chicks, we give her all of the eggs at once, so they're all at the same stage of development together. Once she gets started, it's best not to move her. She'll get warm and humid. In about 20 days, they'll begin hatching. We make sure that the hens get an invitation every day, maybe a couple of times a day, to come out and sunbathe, dust bathe, and have a poop. However, sometimes they don't emerge from their nests for days and days. You coming out? Hens know better than any incubator just the humidity and temperature to foster the eggs at, turning them several times daily to develop the chick properly. For days, she'll hardly move from the house. If an egg isn't viable, she often shoves it from the nest. Around day 8, we like to candle the eggs to check that they're developing, shining a bright light against the bottom of the egg out in the darkness. At hatching time, about day 20, we like to start checking for cheeping and pipping. Once they start hatching out, we take away the empty shells and note the number. If a chick seems particularly weak, we'll help it to food and water. We keep Mama and her chicks in the chick house until everyone is strong and fast. As soon as we let her out, she'll start digging to feed her babies, and we don't want anyone to get underfoot. We'll supervise their foraging with the help of the roosters or the geese, and otherwise keep them in the covered run so they're safe from predators. We like to handle the chicks a lot to make sure they're used to people, so they're super friendly and can be picked up when we need to tend to them. Some mothers are more friendly about that than others. Our best broodies are heritage breeds who retain a strong mothering instinct, like Izzy and Pepper the Orpingtons. Robin the Easter Egger, and Liesel the Barred Rock. Some breeds get broody too often for us, like Chanticleers. Some never do, like our Wyandottes. Some hens give up too easily. We like working with a devoted hen who's sweet and gentle with us and encourages her chicks to trust us. But the fiercer personalities are good mothers too. Mother hen weans her chicks around 7 weeks of age, about the time they learn to roost. Mind you, Robin the Easter Egger co-parented with Penny the Bielefelder for over 3 months. Mama hen weans simply by heading back to the nest box to resume laying. The chicks may call for her for the first day, and she'll often check on them, but then get back to foraging with her flock. She stops clucking, too. The young ones form their own flock at first, and eventually they join the whole family. If there is a poster child for shifting our food system back to a holistic, integrated, intimate scale, it's the mother hen. Oh, hey chickens. Hey chick, 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 chick. Hey chickens.